The cases of COVID-19 in China have recovered and been discharged. WTO Director General Tedros Adhanom Ghebreyesus says China is bringing its epidemic under control. He says the transmission of coronavirus can be slowed down and infections can be prevented through decisive and early actions. Chinese authorities have condemned the U.S. practice of stigmatizing the country and the city of Wuhan over the novel coronavirus outbreak. The statement from the Chinese Foreign Ministry is in response to comments by U.S. Secretary of State Mike Pompeo. A Foreign Ministry spokesperson says since the COVID-19 outbreak, China has been providing updated epidemic information to the WHO and countries and regions, including the U.S., in an open and transparent manner. The Iraqi health minister says China has helped to boost the country's medical capabilities to confront the novel coronavirus outbreak. Jafar Sadiq Alawi made the remarks during a meeting with Chinese ambassador to Iraq, Zhang Tao, and a team of Chinese experts. The minister says Iraq's capabilities of preventing and controlling the epidemic are being developed in cooperation with Chinese experts. We will visit a medical complex in the Iraqi capital to establish a specialized center and a lab. The center will be tasked with detecting infections, treating patients, and training medical and nursing staff from Iraq. Germany has confirmed its first 2 deaths from the novel coronavirus. Both of the victims are from the state of North Rhine-Westphalia, one of the hardest hit regions in the country. One of them is from Heinsberg and the other is from Essen. The number of confirmed cases of infections in Germany has surpassed 1,100. The British Prime Minister says his country is making extensive preparations to. Boris Johnson says the government is preparing to move the country to a delay phase of the outbreak.
We're preparing various actions to slow the spread of this disease in order to reduce the strain it places on the NHS. The more we can delay the peak of the spread to the summer, the better the NHS will be able to manage.
Johnson adds that further steps will be set out to help people protect themselves and their families. So far, more than 300 people in Britain have tested positive for the novel coronavirus and 4 people have died. Incumbent Afghan President Mohammad Ashraf Ghani has been sworn in for a second 5-year term. The swearing ceremony was attended by hundreds of Afghan and foreign guests. Ghani says the government he's forming will not be limited to only members of his political camp, though he will continue with the previous cabinet for 2 weeks. China's consumer price index, the main gauge of inflation, grew 5.2% year-on-year in February. The reading, in line with market expectations, eased slightly from the 5.4% gain in January. On a monthly basis, consumer prices edged up 0.8%. Food prices, which account for nearly 1/3 of weighting in China's CPI, went up nearly 22% year-on-year last month as the novel coronavirus outbreak disrupted the market supplies and demands. Chinese steelmaker Jingye Group has completed the acquisition of British Steel's business and assets in Britain and the Netherlands. Based in Hebei province in China, Jingye Group produces 15 million tons of steel annually and exports to 80 countries around the world. The company says the completion secures the future of approximately 3,200 jobs, pledging to invest 1.2 billion pounds, or about $1.4 billion, to place the business on a more competitive and sustainable footing. And that's the news. I'm Sui.